McElderry Park community was one of the hardest hit areas due to the uprise in Baltimore City in the month of April. David Harris, the Community Association president of McElderry Park, reached out to the community and elected leaders such as Delegate McCray to have an emergency meeting for the city to help its children. On April 29, 2015, a youth summit was held at Amazing Grace Lutheran Church for teens to discuss the current events happening in Baltimore.
People were looking and then wanted to help, but also the youth got to address their concerns, and then they got to put some things together as far as a youth council that we have here in McElderry Park, and they are able to sit in the room with politicians to help change policies.
There were many people who organized and provided resources to the McElderry community. Dylan Goldberg, who works for State Senator Gazone of Howard County, provided food and personal care items to the families in the community.
Being able to work with somebody like Delegate Cory McCray, I knew that what we were collecting here in Howard County, about 10,000 pounds of food, another few thousand pounds of personal care products, I was able to distribute those in the city very easily because of people like Delegate Cory McCray, because of people like Delegate Learman and Delegate Heddleman and Delegate Hayes. I knew that what we collected was going to be helping people immediately. That night, stores were closed down, businesses were looted out, but families had food that night, personal care products that night, that they might not have been able to get for another few days or even another few weeks.
Approximately 50% of McElderry population have a household income of less than $25,000. Due to the unrest happening during the weekday, schools were closed and many youth were left to run the streets. Unaware of how long schools would be closed, the community feared that children may not have any source of sustainable food or shelter.
I was a youth at one time, and the things that they going through, I went through. And so I'm tired of seeing them being killed on the streets. I'm tired of seeing them going to jails or dropping out of schools. We need to train our children up in the way they should go so they should never depart. We need to help them become successful because they are tomorrow's leaders.
Delegate McCray reached out to Friends for Help and provided resources to Madison Square and Heron Run Recreation Center. In response, Goldberg asked for help from his co-workers, neighbors, and friends of Howard County through Facebook.
They saw what was happening. They might not have been able to have the time to drive back and forth into Baltimore with their job. They might not have been able to, know the different types of people to connect with in the city, but it was very easy to ask people, and their response was very humbling.
The revolt may have caused dismay in communities such as McElderry, but thanks to the help from others, we achieved a small victory in the 45th District of Baltimore City.